Hello everyone, and welcome to an unboxing of the newest Warhammer Quest Cursed City, the follow-up, well, follow-along, I guess it might be better to say, from Blackstone Fortress, because this is set in the Age of Sigmar universe, not Warhammer 40k. Blackstone Fortress was great, got a playthrough of the base campaign plus a few of the expansions, well, side expansions on the channel already, hoping to go back to the actual expansion at some point. But this is the newest version. I was actually surprised by it arriving today. I thought it would take a couple of days. And because I ordered from Games Workshop directly, and very quickly, because this has just been selling out everywhere, I also got their little special fancy key to Ulfenkarn, which is the town in which this is set. You're creating a band of adventurers to go into a town which is falling under the influence of evil vampire man and stopping him. So I want to take a quick look at this key. Oh, very nice. A skeleton key. Actual metal. It's got weight to it. Be a nice prop for D&D, I suppose. Neat. Now I just need a door that it could open. But either way, a nice commemorative key, befitting of the Cursed City. Let's take a look at what's in the box. Alright, let's get the lid up and over. So yeah, like I said, this is very hard to find, and it might only be having one initial run for Black. Oh, I'm not used to seeing all the sprue on top and just kind of scattered everywhere. Blackstone Fortress, the base box, is still being produced by Games Workshop, so I don't really believe that this will be in like a single run box. The expansions for it might be down the line, but the base box shouldn't be. So yeah, we do have all the sprue, and the heroes this time are a cream colour, or a pale. That's almost the colour of Skeletal Horde. So their sprue isn't red like it was in Blackstone, and it's looking to be of high quality standard. Push fit as well. So you get an ogre, a dwarf, a couple of mages, a knight, a vampire hunter, a duelist, and a wood elf. I think I've covered everything. And a few of them are very suspiciously similar to characters from the Warhammer video game Vermintide 2, which I play usually once a week on my gaming stream. This is the big bad, this is the Vampire Lord. I've forgotten his name offhand. But within we'll also find roles, like if you play Age of Sigmar, you can use all these miniatures in Age of Sigmar. Just like the Blackstone Fortress miniatures, it could be used in 40k. The sprue of the other heroes. So that's the falling, what are they called? The falling comet, falling meteor, priest. Let's see who else is on here. The duelist, I think. Yeah, the duelist there and there, and the wood elf is there. Perfect. Again, push fit. Now the many enemies that you get, and I am hoping obviously to try and get a playthrough up to this soon. However, because of the way this works compared to Blackstone Fortress, you kind of need everything ready. So that is going to be murder to get everything ready to an acceptable standard as soon as possible. But yes, there's all the sprue, including some markers that are also required for the manner in which the game is played. Get a bunch of skeletons, zombies, werewolves, well, maybe not werewolves, giants, and a bunch of vampires. And a lot of undead in general. And again, the quality of the sprue is excellent. I really like the new zombies that come in this box. Last bit of sprue. It's got the Watch Commander that was executed for being a traitor and siding with the vampire, but they brought him back. And I think he's a standard bearer. And we have some rats up here as well. At least they won't be too bad to do. Yeah, neat. Alright, now on to the juicy stuff beneath whatever this is. What's in the box? What's in the box? Also, what is this? Oh! I guess you could use this as a background. I might use that as a background. There was a similar thing in Blackstone Fortress. It's a shame about the barcode being there. But yeah, it'd be a nice kind of backdrop. A little disturbing. It's raining blood, but whatever. So here we are. This is the nitty gritty. And they are poly wrapped inside. More care taken than with the sprue on top, I feel. So that's not all your bases. I was about to say that's all your bases. I think it's like 60 miniatures in this box or something like that. You don't need to paint all the heroes initially, but still. So that's one bag of bases. Oh, but wait, there's more. I think these ones might be related to a particular type of enemy because they all very specifically have holes in them. So yeah, they're probably for specific enemies. Although actually the other ones had some holes as well. You have many dice, basically exactly the same as Blackstone Fortress with the one exception, the D20 is now a D12. But other than that, you have your activation dice, you have your destiny dice, you've got your D6s, D8s and D12s with increasing number of successes or crit successes. So the cream coloured D6s, kind of rubbish. The D8s, okay, especially if you get to roll 2 of them. And then finally the D12s have the most successes and the least failures on them as well. So yeah, if you play Blackstone Fortress, you'll be able to jump right in, more or less. There's only a couple of that'll be the big vampire bat things base. I don't know why it's separate. Yeah, there's not many gameplay elements that are super different. The basics are the same, and everything that is different has been refined, and that's a good thing. So we have a chunk of cardboard and card in general. So you have your discovery deck still, you have your weapon upgrades, you have your initiative cards, although now this is the only negative. They don't have pictures of the characters, they have symbols that you add to the character cards, so you know which denotes which. That's going to take some getting used to. And we have cards on the back, which I'm going to open. Apologies for the sound, give me a moment. Oh, we have our Mortis cards as well for when you die. Here we are. So this is how you track your progress in the base campaign of taking back Ulfenkarn. You measure the fear of the city, you measure the influence you have, and then you collect the heads of the various bosses. Radagar the Wolf, that was the big bad. The Van Alten triplets, Tregilius the Chamberlain, Gorslav the Gravekeeper, and Watch Captain Halgrim. And that's the heads you're getting, and you mount on that to track your progress. So we have our character cards. So again, they look a little different and weird, like the Blackstone ones are kind of like that. More or less exactly the same. Activation dice, attacks, special rolls, vitality, defense, agility. And you're only allowed to carry one weapon, one armor this time to avoid having like up to 10 things per character to again help refine things. They can still inspire, although I think it's called something different. It's called Path to Glory, so they have a stronger second side. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters to choose from. And then you have the various villain cards, and they've refined these further even still, so you activate them in packs. You don't have to do each one individually, which was also a pain in the you-know-what in Blackstone Fortress. And your ticking clock in Cursed City is it becoming night, because when it becomes night, you flip over all enemy cards to the night side, and they become scary, like D12 damage, 2-2 damage, instead of double D6, 1-2 damage. So these are the plethora. I'm not going to go through each one individually, but you can pause if you want to see the plethora of things that are going to try and murder you. Including the bosses. The bosses can just kind of turn up because of the nature of them being undead and having the, sand that keeps bringing them back. So we also have some booklets in Polywrap. I'm going to quickly cut those open. Alright, Polywrap removed. We have our rulebook. Relatively thick compared to the Blackstone Fortress one, although again it's also kind of split into a few different things. The manner in which you track down your targets to eventually kill them is different, but the actual playing, like moving characters, rolling to kill, etc., is all the same. So there's a display of some of the miniatures. Many zombies, many skeletons. You probably don't need all the zombies and all the skeletons for the like easy level 0 missions, but you are going to need a lot of them painted up pretty quickly. And again, a lot of stuff similar to Blackstone Fortress. What's a miss, what's a hit, what's a crit, and so on and so forth. We don't want to go into the specifics because for fear of spoilers, and we'll also cover that while we're playing, of course. Everything you need though, 39 pages in the base rulebook, quick reference on the back including the event table again because that returns. The quest book I am not going to look at because I don't want spoiled. I want to play this blind. I want to discover and enjoy and explore as we play. So I don't want to look at this too much. There's more quick reference on the back. It's very thick. It is 55 pages and includes how you do missions. There's kind of like choose your own adventure events rather, And then of course the missions to take on each individual big bad. Then we have, what's this? Oh, this is like Blackstone Fortress. This is the reward for winning. So again, I'm not going to look at that. These are the War Scrolls if you want to use these miniatures in Age of Sigmar. They are available for free on Games Workshop's website on the page for this box. So you don't technically need this. But they're there if you want to include them and play Age of Sigmar. They're getting their money's worth out of that art. They did the same for the Blackstone Fortress box art. What do we have here? Assembly instructions. They're push fit, so none of these should be particularly complicated. Yeah, it's simple enough stuff here. Now why is there a separate one for the dwarf? Oh, it's an errata, they've done it wrong. Hang on a second, I want to see what they changed. Where is he? There he is. There's it as it is in the book. A28, 29, 30 to 32, 30 to 33. Yeah, there is no... Yeah, okay, they did it in the wrong order here. This step is wrong. And it makes it more complicated to do this step, so they simplified it by doing step like A30 first and then putting on 31, 32 and 29. Okay. At least they spotted it. I can appreciate that. I'll put that to one side. This is an advertisement for the book that was released alongside the game, so not particularly interested. And the very appreciated, colourful cardboard you use for the game. This is all the various markers. This is your turn dial. It tracks both your progress towards victory and how close it is to nightfall. And it is just very nicely coloured, and I think that's the initiative track along the bottom as well. Also, great to see that they include copious amounts of poly wallets for all the stuff you need, including all this gibble. And the cardboard in general in this game, Blackstone Fortress is fine if a little dank. I'm so happy that this is so colourful and just quite pleasant to look at, like just that in general, even without looking at the rest, it just looks nice. And I believe that's some doors along the bottom there as well. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bunches of cardboard. Let's take a quick look at them. Alright, here we go. Seems to be more or less the exact same kind of feel, so slightly reflective as the Blackstone Fortress hexagons. But thanks to the additional colour, the reflection isn't as bad. So I'm going to try and lift this off without making too much fall off. So there's one. Again, look how colourful and nice everything looks. It's such a welcome change. I mean, I know there is individual like chambers in Blackstone Fortress, but these just look so much nicer. It's like they tell stories, like the blood going to the sewer grating there. Yeah, nice. And I'm not sure, there's tokens along the bottom you can't quite see. I don't know what those are specifically, so no point covering those yet until we discover. Oh, those are neat. Room full of exhumed graves, some fences and a scary looking Evil Dead trapdoor. And then finally, that's just the other side of the base one, damage trackers, wound trackers for your characters, and other such like. And then again, you get tons and tons of poly wallets for all this cardboard. So that's everything you get in Cursed City. Now I can't say you should look forward to seeing this soon. I can only promise that I'm going to put my head down and try and get the copious amounts of miniatures in this box, at least the minimum required, painted up, to play this relatively soon, because I'm looking forward to it greatly. Please do show your support if you want to also see it soon in the comments, let me know. And yeah, I think that about covers it. Thank you for watching this unboxing, and I shall see you soon. Ta-ta for now.